So sharpening up the eyelash blades khukuri, I'm using a Tsprof k03 system here. I've already established the edge and I'm just sort of re-establishing it now with some Japanese waterstones. So starting with a 2000 grit, I'll go up to 8000 grit, which will give it a full mirror polish. Now I'm using a little jig which puts a 7.2 degree convex angle onto the blade. The jig causes the stone to curve slightly as it runs up and down the edge of the blade, hence it convexes it. Now it's kind of a slow process and a little bit fiddly, but this will give me an 18 degree angle on the edge and will give me eventually a 8000 grit mirror polish. Very strong, maybe not quite as sharp as a full flat grind, but hopefully the longevity from the strength will outweigh that. It's a little bit fiddly because you've got to concentrate on getting a full convex stroke onto each little portion of the blade. Still, do what you can, and it's a lot better than using a mouse pad or sandpaper on a paint stick, as other people have mentioned as an option. And once I've done one side, I'll flip it around, do the other side, and then slowly progress up the different grits till I get to the one I want. I've switched now to a different khukuri. This one I'm just doing a full flat grind. Again, I've set it to 18 degrees, and again I'm got an already established edge, so I'm just going through the Japanese waterstones, so 2000, 4000 and then 8000 grit. A lot quicker, a lot easier to do it as a full flat. Probably ends up slightly sharper, or at least slightly slicier, not nearly as strong because the full flat grind just has less metal behind it than the convex edge. Still, it's a good way of doing it and works well. And again, set it to 18 degrees and going to 8000 grit. So both of these guys are now sharpened, 80,000 grit at 18 degrees. Now on this one I've just done a full flat sort of secondary edge, and you can see that there's quite a shoulder. Whereas this one I've done a convex edge. Oops, and you can see there is a slight shoulder, but not nearly as much. This one here is probably going to be sharper, but this one will undoubtedly be stronger.